Dungeon Masters. Get ready to learn how to replicate official D&D maps using licensed miniatures and terrain, along with some of the coolest props from around the world that are guaranteed to bring your experience to the next level.
Hey everyone, Darlin here and welcome back to my dungeon. Today I'd like to go over the latest and greatest game mats by WizKids. This is the Warlock Tiles brand. The other ones you might have seen are the Icons of the Realms brand, still made by WizKids. However, this is a 2x2 and the other one is 3x5. So that's the only difference aside from the texture, or excuse me, not the texture, the colors, the theme, that would be it. So I wanted you to see what it's like when you actually unbox yours, if you get it, which I recommend that you do. Even though I haven't opened this, I know what I'm getting. I have the other ones here sitting beside me. I'm going to show you what they're like beside this one, so you get a sense of the difference. And then I will show you the Icons of the Realms version, so you can see them side by side and one over top of the other, because that's how I'll be using it in my play sessions. So yeah, just going to rip this open. It's funny, I didn't show you the box, my bad. So to begin, I was just that excited. Still a little kid at heart. To begin, you have the Warlock Tiles brand at the top. I don't know if you can see that. I have it up top, probably not. So I'm gonna have to do it sideways because this guy's pretty tall. I hold it back here by me, you can see it. So Warlock Tiles, it's got the actual photo of what the game mat looks like on the bottom. Magma chamber, 24 inch by 24 inch game mat, so 2x2. And it's the same, it just wraps around the entire side. Game mat at the top. You've got a QR code. I have not scanned that to see what the info is. If it's cool, I will paste it onto the video after. Then you've got your copyright information at the bottom, UPC code, where it's made, and then my shipping info, which I don't want to show you. And other than that, let's do this. So, just open up the flaps as per any other normal box. Pull this piece of plastic out, it's holding the map together. I don't know if I'll have to cut it. I don't think so. I'm gonna go to the other side. Ooh, smells like, well, it smells like game mat, if you know what that smells like. Okay, sliding this out. Easy peasy, no problem. Ooh, that's nice. Actually, that's more vibrant than I expected. I like that. So before I show you the whole thing opened up, I'm going to show you the back. I love it when companies do this. They put their branding on the very back. So Warlock Tiles, D&D does the same. I'll show you when we look at the Icons of the Realms one briefly. So you've got Warlock Tiles, their brand, and then Magma chamber on the bottom with the WizKids brand at the very bottom. Love it. I know it seems simple, but very cool. Very pro. On the other side, I'm going to hold this up like this. It doesn't matter how I hold it, you know, upside down. There's really no upside down. It's just the texture completely covering the mat, so you can see what you're looking at. I'll be using that for volcanic caves and things. Well, you'll see the red dragon. It's going to be using this. So when I'm holding it down like this, it just sticks to the table nicely. There's obviously a little bit of curve. This thing just rolled out. So I want to say it's very tough, thick, not thick, excuse me. It's very thin, my bad. But it feels very durable. That's what I'm trying to communicate. So when I roll this out, I know for my other game mats, especially the longer ones, you just have to put something either at the end for a few minutes, hold it down, and over time it will start to go flat. But really no complaints on my end. These are my favorite types of game mats, and I'll show you why. So this is the, again, Magma chamber. That was my unboxing. I know that was pretty quick. I'm going to show the other ones. They have been opened before. I was going to do a video a long time ago about it. I just, I guess, too excited and then started using them for play sessions. And now's the time, I guess, to show you. Next one's going to be the Expansive cave. I love this because this is the exact color you need for the background if you're placing the cavern base tile set by Warlock Tiles on a table. These actually work beautifully because they camouflage everything together. I'll show you that as well when we do a cavern base set review, which I have. Long story short, without getting into a cavern base set review right now, they don't connect the way that other tiles do, such as the dungeon set and the tavern set, the town and village, excuse me. They're very loose, and the plastic is actually quite light, so it could be easy to jostle them if you hit the table or something like that. And if you have minis on top, I've done it, it's like, ooh. To have them on a texture like this does help. Gives it a bit of grip, not a lot, but just some, so it's not like, hard to move, but it doesn't allow it to slide like you would on a flat surface, so that's very nice. Now we're looking at the Expansive cave. This looks like dirt. It's probably not attractive at all when you're looking at this, but man, is it ever beautiful because it does conceal those little gaps that when you place these cavern-based tiles on your table, your mat, excuse me, you won't see those gaps because, again, camouflage. Nicely done. I actually wish this was in the Icons in the Realm set at 3 feet by 5 feet, to be honest with you. So it's currently at 2 by 2. My table does accommodate it, but actually you're going to see that it's going to overlap a bit when I have 2 side by side. So yeah, if I had a big mat like the Icons of the Realms, hopefully you guys will make that. We'll see. Hope you just continue to make more of these generic type textures because you can do so much with them. Here's the third one, again by Warlock Tiles. It is by WizKids, but under the Warlock Tiles brand. This is Subterranean, 24 inches by 24 inches. Exact same information as the other 2 boxes I'd seen. Let's just rip it out. Here's number 3. Hopefully this doesn't interfere with anything. I'm going to push these forward a bit and then I'll have them all together. So again, I probably didn't show for the Expansive cave, just consistent. They're branding on the back. But let's show you what it looks like. Why we got this baby. So this is Subterranean Lake. The Icons of the Realm one is more vibrant, like blue, like an ocean, I guess, and I'll show you that in a few moments. But this would be like a cavern type setting where it's darker. Well, I love that. I love that they've done this. So cool. Guys, WizKids, loving what you're doing, as you can see, and you'll continue to see. So those are the 3 2x2. Now once I've done that, I'm going to show you ones I've already had before these 3, which was the Icons of the Realm battle mats. Again, by WizKids, Dungeons and Dragons, both are official Dungeons and Dragons products licensed. These ones, I say I prefer only because they cover my table almost perfectly, but I'm now starting to appreciate these 2x2s because I can combine them. So you just have like a grass mat, for instance, here. Having this here and here, it doesn't seem like a big deal. It is when you have a lot of tiles over top. So if I had cavern tiles or even dungeon tiles, town and village, it doesn't matter actually. You could literally have this over top and it blends. You go from grass obviously to like a dirt road or something. So I could completely have this over top and this would look like a mini dirt road. I'm actually hoping that WizKids, you guys release trails, roads. Okay, so now that I've shown you the size comparison between the Warlock Tiles and the Icons of the Realms battle mats, let's talk about price. I purchased the Magma chamber, 2 of them, at meeplemart.com online, and it came here within like 2 days of ordering it. It was $26.95 plus shipping and taxes, so with total it would have been $74.18 exactly. There's an additional shipping charge on top of regular shipping. I'm not understanding why, but that's with their mats and with maps, literally not just mats but maps themselves. I don't know if it's a vinyl thing or whatever. Also too, at the other store where I purchased the large maps, Icons of the Realms battle mats, they were $59.95 plus shipping and tax. So with the Icons of the Realms, I'd already busted one out. As you can see, the Grasslands we looked at before, their box is pretty large. As you can see, I'm going to stand it up. It's not even going to show you most of it, but I'm going to lower it like this and slowly scan down, and then you can see that's how long it is. We're talking 3 feet by 5 feet. But I do like the dragon, if you can see it, dragon face, and it does wrap around. Again, I am a packaging guy. I love when people put some time and effort into this stuff. Dragon image wraps around, and you can see the texture of the actual mat itself. wrapping around. And funny enough, I just noticed this right now. Some more D&D logos, randomly sized and rotated in different positions. But yeah, I guess that was pretty subtle on this one. So with the other two, you've seen this, the Grasslands. You have not seen the Tundra or the Ocean. The Ocean I have opened, so I'm going to open that one next. So just putting this on top of the Grasslands mat, so you can see. They're the exact same size, but the Ocean obviously is an ocean, and the Grasslands is obviously grass. So many different things you can do with these mats. Again, just your imagination is the limit. But we're not going to do any of those today. We're just going to bust out the maps. No imagination today. Okay, so it's just easier to quickly have this set out for you to see. I rolled it out. As you can see, like all the mats, they do curve at the tips until you have them out for a bit, put some weight on it. But for the time being, you're just going to see how it looks. Just like the Grasslands, just like the Warlock Tiles, all of them. They all have this subtle 1-inch grid. This is where you can use your, I think it's called the Falling Star Battleship. I have it set on my bookshelf and some other boats and things like that, or the Kraken, get it busted out, put it on this bad boy, and you can have a full-on battle. It would look pretty cool. You will see something like this in the future. I already have some videos planned for that, so stay tuned. The third one, which I have yet to open, is Tundra. This one to me just screams like it was made for Icespire Peak. So if you have that Essentials kit, which I hope you do, along with the starter set, which we're going to be thoroughly going over for probably about 30 or more episodes. I say 30, hopefully more. See, this one you're going to watch me open just because this has not been opened yet. So top flap just opens up like the other boxes. Try and show you this. Same idea as the Warlock Tiles battle mats. Gotta make sure I don't break anything behind me. Slide this long piece out. And I don't think I need an exact blade. I'm just feeling the holes on the side here. Yes, this one here opens up, and let's bust this bad boy out. They're all back. I'm gonna give you an old school, I guess. Okay. Ooh, that's very cool. My first time seeing this in person. I mean, I've seen photos, but photos don't do anything justice when you see it in person at this size. Moving this over with one hand as I'm holding my microphone. There we go. And I will have an overhead view so you guys can see exactly what I'm seeing. But yeah, so nice, so beautiful. I know it's just like a generic scene, but yeah, I can see so many things going on in my mind already. And I do love that there's an actual texture to this. This is not like a mouse pad where you'd have this smooth, clean surface. This has roughness to it. Crinkles actually when you first unroll it. You may think that's a bad thing, but no, it is very good. It feels like fabric. So yeah, that's the best way to describe it, with neoprene. I think it's called neoprene underneath, like your mouse pads. That's what keeps it from sliding all over the table, so that's a great thing. Yeah, loving this. Okay, so I'm going to show you a picture of this on the overhead, and then you will see this in action when I do the Icespire Peak, part of the Essentials and starter set that I'm doing when I'm showing you how to build the campaigns from scratch. I won't actually be teaching the rules or anything like that. It's going to be how to prep your adventures using these mats, Warlock Tiles, campaign coins, so many different props. Okay, so now I'm going to show you, as I pull this up, with all these mats going on, color difference with Subterranean Lake and Ocean. I believe I was saying before that the Subterranean Lake, I think, was designed for caverns, and that seems appropriate. It looks much darker, murkier, like muddy kind of. Not muddy, my bad. Just murky. Whereas the Ocean is vibrant, bright, and beautiful. But both of them have, all the mats have the 1-inch square grid again. No hexagon stuff going on yet. And it makes sense. So yeah, WizKids, loving what you're doing. Please keep pumping this stuff out, and I'll keep playing with it. So in conclusion, I absolutely love these maps. The only one that I do not own is the forest map, and that's in the Icons of the Realms, which is the 3x5. Not to say I won't get it, but I actually chose not to, only because it looks very similar to the Grasslands. I already have trees that I'm using for 3D miniatures, so I didn't feel the need to get something that looked almost identical. But I have not opened it, so I can't say for sure it's identical, because, you know, photos are not the same as actually putting something in front of you and taking a look. So maybe in the future, if I do get it, and anything else obviously in the future, I will make a video and show you guys. I love talking about this stuff. I love showing you all these cool things that WizKids is busting out for the Dungeons and Dragons brand. It's made me actually totally get back into role-playing. So yeah, I'll be doing more of these. If you like what you've seen today, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more of this content, please subscribe to the channel. I will be more than happy to talk your ear off and more about everything WizKids and what they're doing for Dungeons and Dragons. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Hope to see you soon.